Hello. So today I'm just going to finish off this embroidery that I've started. So I did an outline stitch here, and then I'm going to be filling in this panel here with some chain stitch. I've got this lovely brown. I don't have a number for this one. This was just one that I bought bulk from Tinternet. So we will give this a go. I think I'm just going to use all 6 strands initially, and then I'm going to see how I go. If I don't like it, I can always take it out and reduce the number of strands. Snips. This one, I tried this one the other day and it seemed to work, seemed to have a nice amount of space on it for the eye and things. Oh. So I don't know, I think one of the best things I've learned this past year, sorry I'm nervous, this is my first time live streaming. I think one of the best things I've learned this past year is this like magic knotting. So you literally just sort of wrap over your thread and then you sort of give it a pinch, and then hopefully, I've done it too tight. Okay, and then you sort of just push them together and pinch them, and then you can sort of wiggle those down and across, and then when you pull through you get a rather smart knot. And sometimes what I'll do, I'll use my tweezers and I'll just sort of pull it tight so that it gives it something proper to actually really tighten it up with. And then that's that. Okay. So this time I think I'm going to try doing my chain stitch top to bottom. I found the other way to be very annoying. Whereas this way I should be able to sort of gauge the sizes a bit better. So this one should be the annoying one. And then what I can do is pop that in there. Sorry. It's very annoying trying to see what I'm doing and at the same time show you on camera. It's going to take a bit of getting used to. Okay. So there we go. Going to pop that in there. Now that was the difficult bit. So now what I should be able to do is pop my needle in. Sorry, I'm gonna have to readjust myself. Oh, I've dropped you. Okay. There we go. So pop my needle in. So I'm gonna try turning the camera around. 1 second. There we go. that's better. That works. Okay, and then we're going to pull through. And then I should be able to go through this stitch, like that. Oh, I think my needle might be too small now. And then you just go back into that initial stitch. Yeah, I think I'm going to change my needle. This one is not. It's not liking the eye on this needle. Thick. Oh yeah. This one's a lot better. It's a thicker needle, but this is only like day, I want to say day 15 of me taking embroidery seriously. I've dabbled with it in the past and things, but I've never actually tried properly to do it. So it's all about learning. Yes, that's much better. Okay, and then we're going to go under that stitch again and through. I'm just going to change what I'm listening to, because what I'm listening to isn't on the feed, but the person I'm listening to has a male voice and it's making it very difficult to concentrate. So I think I'll just turn it off completely. Ah yes, that's much better. Okay, so thicker needle with more strands makes it go a lot easier. Through that stitch again, and then down. I've only done a few guidelines because I didn't really know what I wanted to do. Yeah, like I said, this is I've sort of tried to just make this up as I go along, using embroidery stitches that I've seen on YouTube. I've been watching a lot of embroidery to help me sleep, which sort of gave me the idea for it. And I just wanted to live stream it, so I've got a bit of a diary of the process and things. Now I think that got stuck. Yes, something's gone awry. Can't bothered. That's where I think I used the wrong needle size and I've just gone into the wrong bit. Okay. So just gonna keep going. Yeah, I chose a rabbit. I don't know why really. I sort of just googled animal silhouettes and this was one of the first ones that came up. And initially I wanted to do something like a seal or something like that, because they're one of my favourite animals. But it didn't really have, I mean, the silhouette of a seal is just a blob, really. Whereas this seemed quite interesting. It had lots of little areas to fill in and lots of, it's very recognisable. I suppose the other thing, of course, is that it's quite cute as well, so it'd be something that I can display and people will think it's cute, or if I don't want to display it at the end, it's probably a fairly easy animal to give away. And then I randomly divided it up into shapes. Again, I sort of looked through embroidery kits online and just sort of got an idea of what other people were doing. And I do not have a lot of money, so I was like, oh okay, I'm not going to buy a kit. I will make my own. I've got threads, I've got canvas, So that's what I did. Oh, hit my outline there. Yeah, I think I prefer doing the chain stitch like this. It's a lot neater. When I tried doing it the other way, it went very wobbly and wibbly, and I couldn't control it very well. I definitely think it's one that I will practice again. Okay, now this is the edge stitch. This is the one that I want to really get nestled into that border. Okay, pop that in there. Right, there we go. You should be able to see it's like a little braid or a plait almost. That's what I wanted. Okay. And now the next one will come up here. And I want to sort of go back down in that same space. So hold that there. And then I want to come up. Nope. Up here. Like that. Back down through that one. And then we just sort of rinse and repeat. So I'm not expecting this to look amazing. Like I said, it's 12 days of embroidery, so like up till now my embroidery has consisted of faces on amigurumi and knitted toys and things. Oh, this first stitch is really tight. Let me just... There you go. What is this? Stop this nonsense now. This is the most frustrating thing I've found learning to embroider, is getting over the tangling and having to sort of stop and reflect and be like, oh, okay, it's fine, it's string, it will tangle. Okay. Now I want to try and keep these as in line with each other as possible, because in my head I sort of want it to look almost knitted when it's done. So I want the rows to be fairly consistent with each other. So I want to try and get them equal. Oh geez, okay, I went really low on that second one. Okay. Yeah, I suppose I've done a lot of hand sewing in the past, so it's not been completely alien to me, and obviously I do crochet and knitting and stuff. But embroidery is definitely a different thing. It definitely reminds me more of the difference between sketching and painting. You know, sketching you can be fairly loose, but painting you're trying to tell a specific visual story, and that's sort of how it feels with embroidery and hand stitching. Hand stitching, all your stitching's on the inside. It doesn't have to be 100% neat. It just has to keep the fabric together. Whereas with embroidery, it's got to be quite neat. Nope, caught the side again. And you see, I wasn't being patient. Patience. It's kind of giving the knitted effect I thought it would, but at the same time, it's not. It's very weird. Okay, I'm twisting up now. Yeah, I would quite like to get some better quality linen at some point, because this is over here in the UK we've got Hobbycraft, and this is just the cheapest 2-meter bolt. I don't think it is linen actually, I think it's cotton. Oh no, this is linen. Yeah, they do like a 2-meter bolt of linen for £6, and that's sort of what I used to sort of prototype toys, or that's it mainly. Yeah, usually use it to prototype toys or embroidery, stuff like that. But I find that this one can be very fluffy, and a lot of little bits come out. I have found if you take a little lighter to it, just to the surface, it does help clean it up. But I do think I'm going to get one of those little sort of cardigan vacuums for it. Last 2 stitches now. I think I'm going to keep this first one pretty short because it's my first time talking while I've been trying to do things. Learned a few bits and bobs, but I definitely think next time I might write down a few key talking points just so that I've got somewhere to go, just so that I don't end up rambling. That, and I'm not feeling particularly well at the moment, so I probably shouldn't be talking too much. Ow. Pricked my finger. Okay. Before I go though, I am going to just try, not bleeding on the cotton, but there's a little bit here that's annoying me, so what I might do is just sort of come up here, you see, in between the two. Actually it'd probably be easier if I come sort of go back into the outline. See how that looks. Okay, yeah, so that's sort of filled in that little gap between the two braids. And I can do the same up here as well before I start my next row. Sort of come up at that line and go down where I want the colour fill. Yeah, that looks alright. Hook that over my thumb. Next time I will do that before I pull them all through. And then come up where I want that to come through. Pop it through the hoop. Now, I'm not going to put it too tightly this time because I had right pain trying to get it where I wanted it last time. And then sort of come down there. Okay. And then we just repeat, I suppose. So come up next to the other stitch. New methods of meteorological calculation. Pop it back down. Yeah, this is what I mean. You get these little flakies coming out of it every now and again. It's very frustrating, but got to work with what we've got. Okay. Yeah, I think that's going to be it for today's embroidery diary. The reason I'm doing things as live is because one of the biggest things that puts me off making content or making videos, which I've wanted to do for a long time now, is the editing and the putting things together. I can do it. I'm not too bad at it, but it always puts me off. So I thought, you know what? I'll just start recording. So yeah, thanks a lot if you've watched and enjoyed this. Suppose I will be doing some more in the future. I'll probably do the rest of this section off camera. But yeah, I hope you have a great day. I hope you do lots of awesome crafty stuff. Right, take care. Bye.